So, what is going on, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Full Power Broly. Why do I own this, of all things? This is one of those Figuarts that's like upper echelon of like pricing for a lot of things. It's old for one. It's from like 2018, 2019, I think. It's pretty old. It's Broly, which Broly tax exists. There is no cheap Broly. It does not exist. The cheapest one's a superhero one. He's like still $100. This one, Canadian, $250. I did not pay that. I got him in the lot for 300 USD. I'm not going to translate that to Canadian. But that lot was very much worth it because it had him, Gogeta, the two androids, that random Bulma, which now has a home, if you look at the page's new profile picture. But and then there's also, he threw in a Figma. I don't know what to do with Figma. It's like an anime grown late. I don't know what to do with it. But anyway, this is Broly. This is box. He has the biggest box of all boxes now. It's not even close. Nowhere. It's massive. This thing is massive. This thing is hefty. Like, hefty. Back of the box. Poses. Gogeta. Hey, I own him now. That's great. I like owning Gogeta. I did want it. Although mine has a frozen knee. Apparently that's a problem with that figure, is that you can have a frozen knee. And mine has it, which was nuts, but I don't care. But as far as it goes, that's the box. So let's just get it out of the box. And getting Broly out of the box here, yeah, he doesn't have a lot. Much like the other Broly I reviewed, you can't see one of the faces. You can see it at the beginning, though. There's that one there. Two other sets of hands, other than fists, and two faces. So he really doesn't have a lot, but this guy is dense. He is dense, to say the least. But yeah, that's the packaging. And here we have Broly, and he required a new setup, weirdly enough. But look at this thing, man. He looks great. It's not my favorite one of the Brolys. I like the other one, the regular Broly with the armor on. I like that the most. I could have had that. I let that slip, and I don't know why. But this one here is just insane. He is beefed up, dude. Holy hell is he beefed up. Like, the arms alone here are just massive. The chest, everything. They even have some great painting with the scars there on the arms and on, like, the whole body up there looks great. The head sculpt looks phenomenal. Look at the green, spiky hair. Looks great. He does have that same kind of cloth piece as the other Broly I reviewed. I believe this one's a little bit bigger, maybe. It might be the exact same one. I'm not sure. I don't think the legs on the other one are the same. I know the other one does have some reuse, but I think that one's more reuse of the other Broly than this one, because this one's just massive. He has no pupils, as he should, and he just looks fantastic in this form. Like, he just looks amazing. Just the detailing on this, the nice kind of like hide-esque detailing, like the leather within, looks great. The feet have a gray paint, so I don't feel like that's gonna stay there if I move them too much, but it's there. We have just everything looking great on him, man. He just looks phenomenal. Like, that's just him. His accessories, though, to talk about them real quick, because they don't really have much. Fists, as per usual. And, of course, he has the Ki Blast and Open Grip hands as his alternates. Yeah, I mean, that was just going to happen, wasn't it? That's just the standard hands, if we're being honest with this guy. I mean, he's going to have those pretty much no matter what. That's just SH Figuarts hands. We then have the face sculpts, which this one is the neutral face. Of course, he just has the neutral face on. I mean, out of the box, why not? We then have this smirking face, which I love. It looks really, really good. I honestly might put this one on him. I didn't realize how much I like this one. The teeth on it look really good. Everything about this one looks great. It just looks awesome. It really does. And that's that one. And then we have the most obvious one next. Yelling face. How could we not have the yelling face? It's Broly. He's gonna have the yelling face. I mean, he just has to. I feel like that's just a guaranteed thing for Broly, if I'm being honest, that he had to come with the yelling face. It just is. But that is essentially the accessories for him. That's literally it. He doesn't have a ton. But that's pretty much it for him, other than articulation, which is pretty solid. We have the ball joint in the head. Very, very restrictive, though, because of these. What are these muscles called? I don't know. We then have outward. He does have butterflies. A little restrictive, but not too restrictive. They also have the ball joint there. Arm goes out. Swivel, of course. Double elbow. Hand rotates. It's on a dumbbell joint. After saying I don't have any figures with dumbbell joints other than Jiren, I got more for some reason. He does have the ab articulation. We then have forward, the back as well, which is a little restrictive, but it's still kind of there. Double knee, swivel, tilt, and, of course, toe bend. So, all the basic standard SH Figuarts articulation is there. And that is essentially it for Broly. So, what am I thinking about this figure? I mean, he's really cool. I love this thing. It is genuinely one of my favorite things I own now. Him in the display I have with the Gogeta is now like the centerpiece of all of my Dragon Ball stuff now. Actually, there's another one with the Kid Goku Bulma. I love that pose I made for it. It was the most obvious one, but it worked out so good. But I love the look of these two, especially when they're fighting. It looks good. If you don't own both, I mean, you're going to own Broly if you're a Broly fan, but the Gogeta is really cool. Too bad he's expensive, too. He's, like, a little bit cheaper than him. Like, a little bit. He's also, like, 200 Canadian. Like, to get Gogeta or him, I mean, they're probably going to get re-releases at some point. I'm just going to say that now. Did I do bad paying as much as I did? Not really. Every figure in that lot was, like, $100, so I didn't do bad with it. So, I mean, as far as he goes, I mean, the sculpting is impeccable. Everything's great. The articulation's great. A little bit clunky up the top because of he's just too muscly. Literally too muscly. Like, it's all, like, these block the head. This blocks the whole arm butterfly thing. It's just muscle that blocks him up. I mean, it's just a phenomenal looking figure, and he's a great figure, and he's a really good Broly. He's not my favorite version, though. Like I said, I like the armored one. I could have had that one, and I was like, no, I'm going to lowball it like a stupid idiot, and then I missed it. I woke up and I was like, oh, it's gone. I could have seen that coming. It was too good of a price, man. Really good price. But this thing here will do as a Broly. I have the other Broly, the superhero one, which is, it's the worst one. Everyone knows that. But this one, if you can get it for a good price, 100% do it, especially if you're a fan of Broly. Like I said, he's just one of those grail figures for some people, I'm going to say. Obviously, there's also Z Broly, which is another grail figure for a lot of people. He's like 500. He's like the figure. But this guy's definitely up there for some people, I'd say. And he is a 100% get if you can. Even though he doesn't have accessories. Is he a 5 out of 5? 4.5. That's what he gets. Just because lack of accessories. I know there's not many they can include with him. He takes up the majority of the box. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, I know they do second trays sometimes. Maybe I wish there was some effect. Maybe that's about it. He just is a big old boy. But that is all for this review. This has been a review of SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Broly Full Power. This has been Ilt Elite signing out.